Hello guys, how you guys doing today? It's me again. This is Ayokele from Blooming Gardens. What's up today? Today is the 24th day of March 2025, and I just want to tell you a little bit about these are tomatoes at my back here. All right, they're looking really nice right now, but give you a brief story. All right, so for some time now, every year, all right, somewhere around late April going into early May, there's always a sudden sharp increase in cost of tomatoes in the market. And studying it year to year, part of the reasons or what I think causes it is the weather. So I'll explain. So, like I said, somewhere around April, May, the prices usually will shoot up. So what I've noticed as a trend is that the tomatoes that we're harvesting in in May, you are almost sure that the nursery was done around February. So this is the usual cycle. You do the nursery at February, which let's say you start early February. The whole of February is for the nursery, between 3 to 4 weeks. Then you transfer to the field somewhere around March. So they grow in the field for 4 weeks before they start flowering. Then they take another 4 weeks from flowering to maturity and harvesting. Now, here lies the problem. When they start, do the 4 weeks in the nursery, that's the whole of February. Then they do 4 weeks in March. What I've noticed is that usually there's some crazy heat that follows around April, around the time where they start flowering. Now, those heats is crazy. Spoke to a friend of mine just now who said that they just last week they had to take a decision to terminate over 1 kilogram. I didn't comb my beard this week. So yeah, see how scattered it is. Chai, see my life. And I'm on in the internet, social media. Hey, let me quickly look. Do I look better? That's not important. Let's talk about serious stuff. Tomato. All right. So that my friend told me that they just took a decision last week to terminate 1 acre of tomatoes that they had planted because of what the heat has done. Now, what has the heat done to it? The heat, of course, doesn't make it grow very well, and even when it grows and it starts producing, you could see typically the cluster of flowers. Let me flip the camera so you see a typical cluster. You can see this cluster of flowers now. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one cluster. This cluster here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that has formed. A cluster like this, ideally you should be having like 90% conversion. But what they were seeing was they were having like 10% conversion. So a cluster of 8 will probably abort, all the flowers will get aborted because of the heat. Now that heat is crazy, usually in April. So I was expecting it on my own farm, and I was expecting it to come around April. But lo and behold, the heat actually showed up in March. It started about 1.5 weeks ago, and it's been crazy. So we were initially, I was like, is it just a spike? Is it whatever? So last week I decided and said, look, there's no point. I'm not going to take the risk. Since I've already invested in all these shade nets here, let's just hang it over the tomatoes and let's see. So before we hanged it last week, I wish I had done a video. These tomatoes were like, because we're feeding them very well, we're giving fertilizers to them every week. We're giving each plant getting about 10 grams of fertilizers every week. Then we're fertigating, of course, and also giving them a lot of water. You can see they're all under drip irrigation. All right, so we are doing everything that we can do, and we're also doing all the necessary fumigation against blight, against pests. We're doing all of that. But heat is something we can't do. Can you see the way I'm even sweating right now? It's very hot right now. Anyway, we took a decision last week to put out the shade net, and I can tell you for free that within just about 2 days or 3 days of putting out the shade nets on these tomatoes, I can attest to you that they have suddenly changed. They have transformed. Now, if you notice, we didn't put it everywhere. We just put like 2 meters allowed like maybe another 1 meter thereabouts that would have direct sunlight, then 2 meters again. The reason is because the sun, of course, you know how it grows, it moves, so we don't want total blankets, but we have very good coverage. So the crops are doing so much better just within 3-4 days that we put out these nets. Look at last week when I had come, the leaves were just like folding up like this because of the heat. You know what it does now? Tomatoes like to protect itself when the sun is too much, but look at them spreading out wide now, and the leaves are much better, greener, much better. We're going to be weeding all of this space doing this today, later today. But this was how they were folding up, all of them, last week. But you can see now that very few are still doing this, and I'm sure by tomorrow, day after, all of these ones will just open up this way, the way these guys are. All right, so I'm happy we took this decision. I'm happy we're able to study the environment and know how to respond. And I'm putting out this video so that just in case it's not too late for you, you may want us to just do the same if you have tomatoes out there in your field right now. Because this heat, and go and check the forecast. Nimet has put out some information about how the heat is going to be for this year. I think it's going to be crazy all over the country. We're not going to have serious rains until early May. So we still have 4 or 5 weeks of maybe 1 or 2. Like 2 days ago, I think it rained. All right, or 3 days ago, I think it rained scantily here, right? Yeah, but you can see the sun right now. It's crazy. Into my eyes. Crazy sunlight right now. The heat, we call Oloyun Opomo. If you understand Yoruba, you know what I mean. But look at the tomatoes. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I'm seeing right now. The clusters are all forming. This is the only one, first one I've seen so far today. This is the only one I've seen so far today that looks like it wants to abort, but it has not even aborted. But this is the only one I've seen so far. So that I'm beginning to have good conversion. And the leaves are green. The leaves are green and broad. That's just exciting to me. Last week they were not like this. So this shade net is actually doing what it's supposed to do. So I'm happy about this. But anyway, this is me, Ayokunle. Experience today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like the content we put out regularly, put a word in the comments and just, to encourage us. And if you don't like it, let us know. If there's something specifically you want us to talk about, put it out there, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.